All right, hey Ninja Warriors, welcome to yet another power packed session, and today we are going to start a brand new series, and that is for EAPCET examination, right? So these are the topics which we are going to cover in today's session. Most expected questions from these four topics, that is from differential equations, you're going to see, you're going to watch it today, okay? Before I start any further, please let me know whether I'm perfectly audible and visible so that we can smoothly start today's session right away. And also one information I would like to share with you, like VIT we also are having EAPCET test series. Link is given in the description box. I'm going to show right away that link after the session, not right now, okay? Yes, I can see Toki has confirmed. Yes, I am audible and visible, so I've got my green signal. All right, so without any further ado, I'm gonna start this session. And before I start, you know the rituals, right? You need to like the session and share the session among your fellow EMCET aspirants, so that EAPCET aspirants, so that we can have maximum interaction and maximum doubt resolution. Okay, all right, yes. So this was the most awaited session, I would say, EMCET, EAPCET, whatever you call it. So this particular exam, most of you are aiming on this examination. So we are going to be very serious throughout the series, but we'll do a little fun as well and throughout the series as well, right? So let's get straight to what the question number one. Let's do question number one. What do you think? From which topic you can see question number one in the chat box? From which topic you will be seeing question number one? All right. So the question is from functions, right? Very basic question, right? And so for all of those who were there in VIT session, this particular session or this particular exam is little bit more or less like JEE, right? So the questions are not extremely easy like VIT so you can clearly see it will need a little bit solving of the questions as well, right? So functions, yes, functions, okay, all right. And Alibada has already given me the hint to solve this type of problem. So clearly the question is 2fx plus f of 1 by x. It is 4x, right? Now what we will do is we'll replace x by 1 by x, right? So that I generate another equation, and that would be 2f of 1 by x plus f of x, and that would be 4 upon x, right? So this is my second equation. Now it is simply the equation solving thing which is left out over here. So clearly if I put f of x is equals to a and this as b, what do I get? 2a plus b is nothing but 4x, right? And 2b plus a is nothing but 4 by x. So what do we need to do over here is we need to multiply the second equation. Okay, let's multiply. So we are looking for a, right? Fx is something which we are looking for. So why not just eliminate this b? So please multiply this equation by 2 and then subtract. Multiply the first equation with 2 and then subtract. So we are going to get 2 2s are 4. 5a minus a. So that is 4a, right? 2b minus 2b is gone, and on the right hand side, can you see 8x minus 4 by x, right? So a is coming out as, so can you clearly see this is 2, this is 2, this is 4, 4 2s are, okay, 2 and this is 1. So 2x minus 1 by x is your fx. So this is your fx, right? 2x minus 1 by x. What we are looking for is, okay, now they are saying that, okay, so this is your fx we have got. Now they are telling me one equation wherein fx is equals to what? Fx is equals to f of minus x. So we need to solve this, calculate the value of x, and then we need to figure out how many number of elements are sitting inside x. So basically the solution set of this particular quantity is what we are looking for. So this is f of x. So basically 2x minus 1 upon x will be equal to minus 2x plus 1 upon x. So that is going to be something which is, can you see 4x will be equals to 2 by x. So 4x will be equals to 2 by x, and 2 1s are 2 2s are. So clearly 2x square is equals to 1x will be plus minus 1 by root 2. Two elements we are clearly seeing over here, two values of x which we are getting over here from here. Okay, All right, clear. Video is blur. Why are you saying this? I can see that this is absolutely fine. What you can do is you can increase your resolution from your device. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So this is what, how to solve a question like functional equation. This was there in EMCET, which is now called as EAPCET. So 2021 question is this. Okay. All right. So now I believe that you got it. I believe you understood it. Okay, maybe you are not able to see this text. Okay, all right. So I'll be not using red color by after now. Okay, all right. Now, yes. So which answer is correct? Option C is absolutely correct. So what did we do? We just replaced x by 1 by x. That is first step, and we figured out what fx. So fx is coming out as this. Fx is coming out as this. Okay. So this is 3fx. Yes, 3fx was, sorry, there was a mistake actually. 2 2s are 4 minus 1, so 3. So clearly 3 times a. So this is 2 2s are 4, sorry, this is 3. 3 times a, right? 3a will be equal to, right? 3a will be equals to 8 by this same thing, right? So this is 3a. Anyway. Let me do one more time. So sorry. Okay. So can you clearly see 2a plus b is equals to 4x, and clearly 2b plus a is equals to 4 by x. Now if I multiply this with 2 and subtract, what do you get? So 2 2s are 4. So 3a will be equal to 8 by 8x minus 4 by x. Yes, this is fine now. So your fx is coming out as what? 8x square minus 4 upon 3x. This is your fx, right? Now we need to equate. 8x square minus 4 upon 3x will be equals to 8x square minus 4 upon minus 3x. So basically what we are doing is fx is equals to f of minus x. So the moment you equate, what do you get? The moment you equate these two quantities, fx and f of minus x, what do you get? Again, you are going to get the same equation clearly. So x are getting 3 getting cancelled out. So 8x square minus 4 is equals to minus 4 plus 8x square. So this is going to be 4 minus 8x square. So 16x square is equals to 8. X is going to be plus minus 1 by root 2. Again, two values will be there. Okay. Just one calculation mistake. We have actually, I have. Okay. All right. Now next. So we are having something related to inverse function. Right, inverse of a function. So there is a concept inverse of a function. So a function minus 1 to 1, f minus 1. So this is your domain, right? And this is your codomain, right? Domain and codomain. Okay, so domain and codomain. So a function is defined such that fx is equals to this all the way up to infinity. So this is infinite geometric progression, right? In order to have the inverse of a function, we need to figure out b. That means we need to figure out codomain. Okay, all right. Let's understand this. What this function is trying to say, what this question is trying to say. So they are saying that fx is given to you, right? So we will be able to calculate fx. So this is infinite geometric progression. You know s infinity is a upon 1 minus r. So first term is your x and this is your, so this is your function. Clearly function is there. Now they are saying that inverse of this function is existing. What does that mean? If f inverse exists, what does that mean? That simply means that this f is what? 1 1. F should be 1 1 and onto. Right? Onto means what? Onto means range and codomain should be exactly matching. Range and codomain should be exactly matching. Over here, what is your codomain? B set is your codomain, right? So range should be equal to set B. So B is nothing but range of this function. So in this question, we just need to figure out the range, and that range will be equal to this B set. Okay. So range of fx is something which we are eyeing on. Okay. So let us calculate range. Y is equals to 1 upon 1 minus x upon 1 minus x. Right. So this is what we are looking for, the range. Cross multiply. How do you calculate range of a rational function? Linear by linear. Cross multiply. Y minus yx is equals to x. Okay. So y is equals to x plus yx. can I calculate x from here? So I'm gonna get y upon y plus 1 is nothing but your x. Correct? Yes, that's how we calculate what? Range of this function which is linear by linear. Right? Now this x, what is x? Domain. This x belongs to -1 to 1. That means y upon y plus 1 lying in what region? -1 to 1. Okay. So let me just solve it. Okay. Yes. So fx was what? X upon x minus 1. So that is equals to y. So if I calculate y in terms of x in terms of y, so I'm gonna get y is equals to x equals to y upon y plus 1. Right? Now this x, can you see -1 to 1? That means this belongs to -1 to 1. That's it. We just have to solve this part. Let's do it, okay? So y upon y plus 1 lying between, so this is less than 1 but greater than -1. Let's solve the left hand side. Okay, so that is going to be y upon y plus 1 plus 1 greater than 0. So 2y plus 1 upon y plus 1 greater than 0. If I solve it using method of intervals, so -1 by 2 and -1 is something which you are going to get. So the answer would be y should be less than -1. Yes. Yes. So this is -half, right? So this is greater than half but less than -1. Okay, this is the first part. What about the second? Wherein y upon y plus 1 will be what? Less than 1. Will be less than 1. Okay, so let's shift this towards the left hand side. I'm gonna get y minus 1 upon y plus 1 less than 0. Y cancel. So that is going to give me 1 upon y plus 1 greater than 0. That means y should be greater than -1. Right? Y, if y is greater than -1, so y greater than -1 is something which I'm getting from this. So finally, if I take intersection, -half to infinity is something which I'm gonna get. So option B is absolutely right. Okay. All right. Yes. Clear. And if you have not liked the session, what are you waiting for? So let me just tell you the glimpse of this particular question, okay? So fx was given to you and this is an infinite geometric progression. So we have applied the geometric progression formula. So y is coming out as x upon 1 minus x. Now what we are doing is, question is saying that inverse of this fx exists. That means this function should be onto. Along with 1, this function should be onto. That means range should coincide, exactly match with set B. We are looking for set B. So codomain and range should be matching. So if I calculate range of this function, I will get the codomain which is set B, and that's what they are asking for. Right? So we are just looking for range of this function. How do I look for the range of this function? By calculating the value of x in terms of y by cross multiplication and restricting x from -1 to 1. So this expression y upon y plus 1 will lie between -1 and 1. If I solve both the inequalities, take intersection, what I'm gonna get is set B, that is your range. Okay, I hope that this is clear. Now let us talk about the next question. Again from EAMCET 2021. Suppose alpha is minimum value of this. Do you know how to calculate minimum value of any quadratic or maximum value of any quadratic? So basically alpha will be equals to minus d upon 4a of first quadratic of x square plus bx plus 5. Okay, and beta is the maximum value. Again, beta value will also be the same but of the, so we need to plug in the values of the second quadratic. That means of x square minus ax square. So this is, sorry, minus ax. Okay, so x square minus ax, sorry, plus ax plus 5. Right? And if alpha comma beta is the interval of maximum length of x in which this inequality is true. Okay, so basically what they are saying, if you solve this inequality, what you are going to get is this alpha comma beta. Right? So let's solve this. X square minus 10x plus 24. So I'm gonna get x minus 6. Okay, and x minus 4 less than or equals to 0. So that means 4 to 6 will be the answer. So alpha comma beta, can you clearly see alpha is coming out as 4 and beta as 6? So over here 4 will be equals to minus d by 4a. So minus of b square minus 4 5s are 20 upon 4 into 1. Yes, that's what you're going to get. And 4 4s are 16 is equals to 20 minus b square. So you're going to get b square is equals to 4. Very easy. Okay, all right. All right, so b square you have calculated. Now similarly you have to calculate a square value. Now beta is what? Your 6. Again, this is your second quadratic. So a square minus, right, discriminant we are going to calculate with a negative sign. So a square minus 4 into minus 1 and 5 whole upon, we are going to get 4a. So 4 into minus 1. Okay. So minus minus is getting cancelled out. So 6 4s are 24 is equals to a square plus 20. Can you clearly see a square is coming out as, again, a square is also 4. A square is 4, b square is 4. So final answer of this question is very easy. Right? Option B. Okay. Alright. Alibada is saying, ma'am, minimum is minus b by 2a. No. What you are saying, minus b by 2a is the value of x at which you are going to get the minimum or maximum value. Okay. So basically, minimum and maximum value formula, both formula, can you see, are exactly same. Right? For quadratic equation, minus d by 4a, it is one of the methods. You can apply another method as well. What should be another method? Minus b by 2a. Okay. Alibada is saying that no. You have incorrectly remember this. So let me just explain you this. Okay. So basically ax square plus bx plus c. So if you put x equals to minus b by 2a over here in this expression, what you're going to get is either y min or y max. And y min, y max both will have this value. Or you can just simply write 4ac minus b square by 4a. This is true for both minimum. What you are saying is the value of x. Value of x is not a minimum value, not a maximum value. I hope that this is clear. Yes. Adbhutam question. Kya baat? Very good. Adbhutam question. Alright. Next question. Are we ready for the next question? Let us solve this. Let us try to solve it. So what they are saying is fx is this. Right? And the range of x is given to us. Gx is this. Right? And what they are saying is domain of f plus g is something which we need to calculate. So domain of f plus g is nothing but domain of f intersection domain of g. Right? So domain of f is already given to us. Right? So can you clearly see only the value of x cannot be integers except 0. X can be 0 but x can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, x can be 0. So over here there is no such problem because they have already restricted our x. X is no integer in this interval except 0. 0 is actually 0 is acceptable. 0 is in the domain of fx. So this is actually domain of f clearly. Domain of f is sorted. It is given. So this is given. Now we are looking for domain of g. For domain of g, expression which is inside the square root should be greater than or equals to 0, right? Anything which is inside the square root should always be either 0 or positive. So basically non-negative. It cannot be negative. So either 0 or positive. Now we just have to solve it. So 4x square minus 4x plus minus 3 less than or equals to 0. 4 3s are 12. 6 and 2. 6 2s are 12. So 4x square minus 6x plus 2x. Splitting the middle term. So this is going to be 2x. 2x minus 3 plus 1. 2x minus 3 less than or equals to 0. So 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 1 less than or equals to 0. 3 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. Right? So this is what I'm gonna get. But minus 1 to 1. So you have to take intersection from minus 1 to 1. So this is going to be minus half close interval. Right? And you are going to get one open interval. So that means option C. Right? So minus 1 to 1 intersection minus half to 3 by 2. If you take the intersection, that is going to be minus half to 1. Okay. So Gx domain, yes, absolutely right, but you have to take the intersection now, so that option C should be absolutely right. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So you all know, now I have told you multiple times, I have made a video of EAPCET examination wherein I told you that mathematics is 80 marks, which is almost double of the physics and chemistry, or you can say physics, chemistry combine. If you do, then you will get mathematics. So you have to focus on mathematics for EAPCET. If you're serious about EAPCET, mathematics is something which will give you very good score. Okay. All right. Now, this question again from 2021, which says that if let A be greater than 1, and yes, A is greater than 1, and this is something which is given. That means function is given like this. So A is equals to A raised to power x plus A raised to power y. This is given to us, and we are looking for set A. Okay. So can you clearly see domain and codomain is both we are looking for, and A is greater than 1. So what we can do is, why not we calculate the value of y in terms of x? So we can shift this. So A raised to power y will be equals to A minus A raised to power x. Now A raised to power y, this exponential function will always be greater than 0. That is the first thing. What does that mean? That this A raised to power 1 minus A raised to power x should always be greater than 0. Let us shift this towards the right hand side. So A greater than A raised to power x. So clearly now it depends on A whether x would be greater than or less than 1. So if A is greater than 1, it is given in the question itself. If it was not given, we could not have solved this inequality, or we need to take the cases. But it is given that A is greater than 1. So when your base is greater than 1, you can just simply remove the base. Inequality sign will not get changed. So that means 1 greater than x, or you can say x less than 1 is something which you are going to get, which is matching with option C. Easy peasy lemon squeezy question. Okay. All right. Clear? I hope that this is clear. Okay. Yeah. So now this question, okay, this is actually a very easy question, similar to that quadratic, right? So see, assertion is saying maximum value of this is 11 by 4. So we need to check the validity of this statement, whether the maximum value is this or not. That is one thing. What is the second reason? If A is less than 0, that means A less than 0 for this quadratic means downward facing parabola. Okay. So similar, downward facing parabola. The maximum value exists at x equals to minus b by 2f. That's what I was telling you. Right? Today I was telling you, previously I was telling you, when you put x equals to minus b by 2a in the quadratic, either you get maximum or minimum depending upon a. If a is negative, then maximum. But if a is positive, then minimum. So that means reason is clearly true. R is true. Okay. So C is wrong. And yes, C is wrong. C can be eliminated. Now we just need to check about this. So what we can do is we can just go ahead and calculate minus d upon 4a value. So that is going to be minus of b square 9 minus 4 plus 4, right? Whole upon minus 4. So minus minus cancel. Clearly 13 by 4 is the value which is maximum value. So basically this is wrong. 11 by 4 is incorrect statement. What does that mean? That your assertion is false. Okay, assertion is false, reason is true. Option D is absolutely right. Okay, so assertion became wrong. It is very good thing because the problem arises when your assertion is also right, reason is also right, but then you are confused. If both are correct, you are just confused whether it is correct explanation or not. So you are confused between A and B because both A and B are saying A is true, B is true. So whenever it happens now one statement is false, that means you are short about this. But when it happens that both are coming true, now we need to judge whether the reason is correct explanation or not. That's when most of the student gets confused. Okay. All right. Clear. Okay, let us move on to next question. All right. Where is the question? Oops. Where is the question? I guess I have missed. So this, where are the questions? Okay. Okay, let's solve this one. Okay. Yeah. So this question, let us focus on this question. Okay. All right. So function R2R is a differentiable function. It is written, it is a differentiable function, and we are here for this limit. So L'Hopital rule will be applicable. How? Because the moment you put x equals to a, so AFA, 0 by 0 form is getting created, right? 0 by 0 form is getting created. So L'Hopital rule is something which we are going to apply. With respect to x, we are going to differentiate. So limit x tend to a, right? So x fa, this is constant, so derivative of x is 1, so this is going to be f of a minus. What about this? So fx, a is constant, derivative of fx is f dash x. Whole upon, you are going to get x minus a, that means 1 minus 0. Now you put x equals to a, so f of a minus a f dash a is something which is the value of this limit. Now one more information which is given in the question is f dash a can be replaced with a f of a. So this is f of a minus a. Now this f dash a can be replaced by what? A f of a. Right? So if I take f of a common, what do I get? 1 minus a square will be common. So 1 minus a square times f of a will be the final answer. Right? So in this type of question, what we face is, so there won't be much challenge, right, in solving the problem. 1 or 2 steps, but it won't be too direct. It won't be too tough. It won't be too direct. So you just have to solve it and give it the answer. Okay. All right. Yes. Now let us talk about this question. A and B are subsets of R. Okay, A and B are subsets of R. Okay, every element of X is mapped to an element of B by this rule. So basically what they are saying is A is your domain, B is your codomain, right? And this is your function, right? What you are looking for is set A. Set A means you are looking for domain of this function, domain of this rule, right? So clearly x equals to minus 1 is sorted. It is there in the domain. But when x is not minus 1, we have to sort this out. Clearly that x cannot be equal to 3 and x cannot be equal to minus 3. These two values are something which will give us trouble. Except these two values, everything is sorted. So if I talk about domain of this function, so domain will be what? All real values but except plus minus 3. This is what your domain of this function is. So clearly 0. No. 0 we can't remove. So this is minus sign, sorry, slash nahi hai, minus hai. So can you clearly see that C is also wrong, D is also wrong? Only option B is absolutely right. Okay. Yes. Clear? Let us move on to the next problem. Right? Yes. So now, okay. What they are saying is this is your value does not lie in this interval. So basically what they are looking for is range of this expression. So this expression does not lie in which interval? Or they can ask this expression lie in which interval? So what they are talking about is range. So once you calculate the range, you will understand that this value will be in which interval and will not be in which interval, right? So this is another way of asking the range or the complement of the range. So y is equals to x plus 2, x plus 5 whole upon x plus 6. Cross multiply yx plus 6y is equals to x square plus 7x, 5 2s are 10. Right? Yes. So this is going to be, okay, now let's make quadratic in x. So this is going to be x square plus, can you see, 7x and yx. So 7 minus y times x And next we are going to get 6 minus 10 minus 6y is equals to 0. Discriminant should be greater than or equals to 0. What does that mean? That 7 minus y ka square minus 4 times 10 minus y should be greater than or equals to 0. You just have to solve it out, right? So y square plus 49 minus 14y minus 40 plus, can you see, 4y greater than or equals to 0. So y square minus 10y plus 9 greater than or equals to 0. Can we see y minus 1 and y minus 9 greater than or equals to 0. What does that mean? Y should be greater than or equals to 9 and y should be less than or equals to 1. So basically y cannot be in this interval 1 to 9. So which answer is correct? Have I done anything wrong? 7 plus y होगा क्या ये? Okay. 7 minus y square. So plus 24y है. Sorry. So this is 6y. Okay. So this is 24y. Okay. So 24 minus 10. So this is plus plus. So yes, minus 1, minus 1. So minus 1, so minus 9 over here, minus 1 will be over here. Now it's correct. So it will not take values between minus 9 to minus 1. So can you clearly see that minus 9 to minus 1 will not be in my answer. Okay, so D is absolutely right. Okay, so Y belongs to this. Either it will be less than or equals to minus 9 or greater than or equals to minus 1. It will not be in this range. So if you take complement of this particular interval, what do you get as option D? Okay, yes, right. Let us talk about the next question. Okay, and this type of question we have seen in your VIT EEE session as well, in JEE Main session as well. So you can just guess that from differentiation this particular topic is important, wherein one function is inverse of each other and you are looking for derivative of this inverse function. So you don't have to calculate inverse. What you need to do is you need to understand that you can write f of g of x is equals to x. Right, and now differentiate using chain rule. F dash g of x, g dash x is equals to 1. Right, so you put x equals to 5 to get the correct answer. If you put x equals to 5, you get g of 5. G of 5 is 6. So f dash g of 5 and g dash 5 is nothing but 1. Okay, now g of 5, so f dash 6, g dash 5 is equals to 1, right? F dash 6, which this is what we are looking for, and g dash 5 is given. So 3 by 4 f dash 6 is equals to 1. F dash 6 will be 4 by 3. So yes, 4 by 3. So this first two steps are absolutely important whenever derivative of inverse function is asked. Whenever, realize what kind of question is this? Derivative of inverse function, right? So f inverse dash, what they are saying is f dash means what, right? Yes, clear? Okay, now let us move on to the next question. Again, assertion and reason type of question, wherein what they are saying is assertion is minus a to a. Any function can be splitted as 0 to a fx plus f of minus x dx. So that's when we apply the even odd property, right? So if it is an odd function, then these two will become cancel out, right? F of minus x will become what? This will become minus f of x because of the odd function. So this will become 0 if it is odd. But if it is even, then what will happen? It will become double. So this is true actually, right? So minus a to a fx will become twice if it is even and will become 0 if the function is odd. So that means assertion is definitely true. So that means option D is wrong. Okay, assertion is definitely true. Now what about the reason? Let us understand the reason. Let us try to check the validity of this reason. So clearly this x over here will get replaced by g of u, right? So x. So let us try to convert the LHS. So this is minus, so this is a to b f of x dx. right? And let us just convert this. X will be replaced by what? G of u, right? So x will be g of u. So dx will be what? Tell me. G dash u. So now dx will be g dash u and du, right? So that means this is actually coming true. But what about the limits? Let us check the limits now, right? So a, if your x was a, right? If x is a, then can you see your u became g inverse a. So this is g inverse a, not g of a, g inverse a, because you are going to put x equals to a to change the limit. So u is going to become g inverse u, g inverse x, g inverse a. So this is g of a. So this is actually incorrect. This should be g inverse a. This should be g inverse b. If they would have written like this, then reason should be the correct. But no, no, no. This time your reason is false. Option C is absolutely right. Okay. Option C is absolutely right. Okay. And this message is for all of those who have not liked my session. I have nothing to say. Okay. All right. Yes. So option C is absolutely right. Now let us talk about this function. This type of question was there in your JEE Main April attempt as well. A similar type. Okay. But in that question, they were talking about the area. In this, they are actually talking about the basic things about 1, 1 and on 2. Okay. So now, can you see that F, the domain and codomain of F is given, and the domain of G and codomain of G is also given. So two functions are there, and what they are saying is fx is this. Okay, and we are looking for gx. Okay, all right, and what we need to figure out is f and g are injective mapping, f and g are surjective mapping, f and g are bijective mapping, f and g are okay. So it's all about f and g. So first of all, f, let us plot the curve of f of x. Can I do that? Yes. So let us plot the curve of f of x, right? So this is your 0, 1 and 2. This is -1 and -2. Correct? Yes. And now 0 to 2. 0 to 2, we are having a upward facing parabola with start with -2. You put x equals to 0, you get -2. So it starts from here. Okay. So 0 and you put x equals to √2. √2 is 1 point. So this is like this. And at x equals to 2, you are going to get what? 2 square. 4 minus 2. So you are going to get 2. This is the right side. What about the left side when x belongs to 0 to -2? So you are going to get a constant function that is -2 like this. This is your fx graph. Okay. Now let's talk about mod of f of x. Let's do this. Okay. So mod of f of x will be nothing. We just have to take the mirror image. Okay. So this is your, okay, let us draw mod of f of x over here. So f of x mod. Okay. How to plot? So this was -2. So it will become +2. Right. This is -1. This is -2. Okay, what we have done to this graph is we are taking mirror image about x. And now this curve will look like this curve. Okay, so this will look like this. This is your 1, this is your √2. And this is your 2. Right? And now, so basically like this. And now again, from √2 to 2, it will look like this. Okay. So this is your graph actually. And it will go up to 2 only, right? So this is like this, 2, 2. So clearly mod of fx looks like this. What about f of mod x? Let us plot f of mod x now. So for f of mod x means what? So when your x is positive, basically f of mod x will become f of x when your x is positive. Right? So let me just draw the same graph as fx in the positive side, in the right hand side. So it will actually look like this. So -2, right? And this is like this. So this is √2, this is 1 and this is 2, right? So this is the common point, right? On the right hand side. But f of mod x, can you see this graph is symmetric about y-axis? So if we try to plot this graph will be replicated similarly. So this graph will look like this. Because the graph is symmetric. F of mod x is always symmetric about y-axis. So f of mod x, we just need to add these two graphs. Let's add these two graphs. Let's do that. Okay, so what is this? What is this? So this is actually x square minus 2 graph. This is x square minus 2 only. This part is what? X square minus 2. So basically f of mod x. If I talk about f of mod x, right, this is x square minus 2 clearly. What about mod f of x? So if I talk about mod f of x, so from root 2 to 2, right? So you just need to add these two. Let's add these two graphs. So gx will be equal to what? From root 2 to 2, can you see? Again, x square minus 2, x square minus 2, right? So from x belongs to root 2 to 2, what you're going to get is x square minus 2 double. Can you see the same graph is like this? This is x square minus 2, but this is 2 minus x square. So the shape is also like that, this will reduce each other. So from x belongs to 0 to root 2, the graph will become 0. This is your gx. And when I talk about this, so this is minus 2 and this is x square minus 2. The moment you add, you get x square minus 4 for the negative value. So this is x belongs to what? So x belongs to minus 2 to 0. This is what your gx is. Now what we are looking for is, so we are looking for f. Tell me clearly, f is what? F is clearly, so f graph is clearly 1, 1. F is 1, 1, right? So which answer should be correct? F is 1, 1. But G is not 1, 1. Clearly G is not 1, 1. If you plot G, G is definitely not 1, 1. So let me just show you, right? So this is your graph. Okay, so this is your graph of Gx. So clearly if you plot the curve of Gx, if you draw the horizontal line, it will not be a 1, 1. So G is what? G is not 1, 1. It is many 1. So which answer is correct? Now let us understand. So injective is 1, 1 or not. So this answer is absolutely wrong because your G horizontal line, it is many 1, right? So F is 1, 1 but G is many 1. So that's why this is wrong. Okay. And yeah. Now let's talk about, yes, the onto the surjectiveness of F. So if I talk about surjective, F is also surjective and G is also surjective. Why? Because can you see codomain is matching with range, right? So F and G both are surjective. Why? Because clearly we can see that 0 to 4. The range of Gx is 0 to 4, right? So 0 to 4 is the range of Gx. So G is surjective. What about F? So we have plotted the graph of F. So F ranges minus 2 to 2. Clearly F is also surjective. So that's why F and G both surjective will be absolutely right. Yeah, I can see beta question in the chat box. So yes, in here you have to plot the curve. You have to see surjective and injective of both the curves. So yes, this question if you want to leave, yes, you can definitely leave it. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about this function. Let's change the question. Right? Yes. So now this question again, EAMCET 2020, a question from 2020, wherein Fn is this. Again, we are looking for 1, 1, onto and all. So can you clearly see Z? Z means integers and N means natural numbers. Okay. So if you put all the integers, you should get the natural numbers. So first of all, can you clearly see if N is greater than 0? So if you put N integers, so from here, what do you get is all the even integers. So f of n from here would be 2, 4, 6, 8 and all the even numbers you are getting. So that means out of natural numbers, natural number is what? Positive evens and positive odds. This is your natural number. So positive evens you are getting. Let's talk about positive odds. If you put minus 1 over here, what do you get? So 2 minus 1, that is 1. If you put minus 2 over here, what do you get? So 4 minus 1, 3. If you put minus 2 over here, 2 2s are 4. Again, minus 3 if you put, you are going to get 5. Can you see clearly? Clearly all these 7, then 9, all the positive odds also you are getting. That means the output of this function is all the odds and all the evens in the positive, and this will, if you combine this, you are going to get natural numbers. All the natural numbers you are getting. If all the natural numbers you are getting, that means range is your equal to codomain. And when range equals to codomain, what does that mean? That the function is onto function. Right? So the function is onto, that means A is incorrect. Okay, and D is also incorrect. Now we need to check whether it is 1, 1 or not. So for 1, 1, we just need one thing. Okay, what is that one thing? So can you see that f of 0? F of 0 is what? Who is going to tell me? 1. What about f of minus 1? Who is going to tell me? The moment I put minus 1 over here, I get 2 minus 1, so that is 1. So can you see many 1 function? It is not 1, 1. So 1, 1 onto hai, but 1, 1 nahi hai. So option B is absolutely right. Okay. Alright. So it is onto, but it is not 1, 1. Alright. We want VIT triple E. Yes, VIT triple E math session I have already done today. Where were you? You were not there in that session. Where were you? 5:30. You go and watch that session. That was live. Okay. Alright. Yes, so correct answer is onto but not 1, 1. Alright. Let us talk about the next question now. Let's do it. Okay. So clearly Fn is given to us. Very easy question, by the way. It looks that it is difficult, but it is not. Fn is given. Now what they are saying is Fn plus A, Fn minus 1 plus B, Fn minus 2 is 0. Then we are looking for this value. So you just have to write this equation, that's it. Then your question is done. Tell me, f of n is what? A minus 2 raised to power n plus B minus 3 raised to power n. This is your f of n. Plus, can you see A times f of n minus 1? F of n minus 1 means what? N will be replaced by n minus 1. Easy peasy. So this is going to be A minus 2 raised to power n minus 1 plus B minus 3 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, alright. Plus, can you see the last part? B times n minus 2. So B and similarly A minus 2 raised to power n minus 2 plus B minus 3 raised to power n minus 2. That's it. And this is going to be equal to 0. Now you just, what you need to do is, you just need to combine club the, what do you call it? The like terms together, right? Let's combine the like terms together. So this term, along with this term, and along with this term. These three terms I will keep together. Let's do that, okay? So this is minus 2 raised to power n. This is minus 2 raised to power n minus 1. And this is minus 2 raised to power n minus 2. Can I take minus 2 raised to power n minus 2 common? If I do that, what do I get inside? Can you see? So minus 2 raised to power 2 will be left out. So 4a. Okay. And then next we are going to have, so minus, okay. So minus 2. So basically this is going to be minus 2aa. Right? And from here, minus 2 raised to power n minus 2 is out. So this is going to be plus b and a. Okay. And one more time, what we can do is we can take a common. Yes, let's take a common. So this is going to be a. So this is 4 minus 2a plus b. Okay. And minus 2 raised to power n minus 2a. Similar thing we will do with the remaining terms. So if I take minus 3 raised to power n minus 2 common, what do I get? So I get, and b also common. So I'm gonna get 9. Then I'm gonna get minus, okay. So from here minus 3, right? So minus 3b or a, sorry, minus 3a, and last we are going to get, which is okay, so everything will be gone, so plus b, yes, and that is equals to 0. Can you see now? Okay, this is your a. Now can you see this term, this whole equation? If you want this equation to become 0, this will not become 0, this will never become 0, right? This will never become 0. Then what should be 0? These two terms simultaneously should be equal to 0. What does that mean? That simply means that 3a minus b is equals to 9. And can you see 2a minus b is equals to 4. So if you subtract, what do you get? A, this cancel out. A is equals to 5. So the moment you put a is equals to 5 over here, 3 5s are 15, 9 minus. So b is equals to 6. A is equals to 5. So 5 plus 6 and 6 minus 5. So that's what you're going to get is 11. That is matching with option D. Okay. All right. Yes, mathematics weightage I have already told you. I have made a video. Go and watch that video. Okay. All right. Yes. So this question is actually just the equation solving was the focus of this particular question. Okay. Let us move on to the next question. This is from limits, by the way. It was asked in EAMCET 2020. Okay. So this is the question wherein can you clearly see this is 0, this is 0, this is also 0. 0 by 0 form is getting created. Okay. So limit. If I take x square common, what do you get? So x square plus x plus 1. Whole upon, can you see sine inverse? X upon 1 plus x square root. Okay, and tan inverse x. So you know the standard limits. Tan inverse x by x is what? So tan inverse x by x is 0. So I need 1x over here and 1x I need to multiply. Okay. Sine inverse, the same quantity I want in the numerator and the same quantity I want in the denominator. Right? So tan inverse x by x is 1. Sine inverse this by this is also 1. Right? And limit x tend to 0. Now what we are left with is limit x tend to 0. Can you see x square is outside? X square plus x plus 1. I am just writing the remaining things. Okay? And now we are going to have x square and this will go up. So square root 1 plus x square. X square gone. The moment you put x equals to 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1 and 1 plus 0. So 1 into 1. So limit value clearly is coming out as very easy question. Option C, 1. 1 is the limit. Okay. All right. And now you're not liking my session. I don't know why, but you all should like my session. Okay. All right. Yes. So 1 is the correct answer of this particular question. Now, yes. So this is something which was deleted in JEE Main. That's why I kept this question wherein the standard format is limit n tending to infinity sigma k is equals to 1 to n f of r by n or k by n will be replaced by 0 to 1 f of x dx. Okay. So this is not exactly the question from limits but from definite integration, right? And the question says that limit of a sum expressed as definite integration. Okay. So and let's not forget, yeah, limit of a sum expressed as definite integration. For that I need 1 by n. Here 1 by n gets replaced by dx. R by n gets replaced by x. Okay, please keep that in mind. So 1 by n should be outside. Okay, so can you clearly see? So limit n tend to infinity, 1 by n is there. So pi by 2 is there, right? And 1 by n is already there. And over here, can you see? So this is 1 by 2n, 2 by 2n, 3 by 2n, and this would be n by 2n, right? So what we are getting over here is, yes, so 1 by 2n, 2 by 2n, and this is pi n by 2n, right? So this is sigma sine, can you see 1, 2, 3? So Rn by 2n, where R starting from 1 to n, right? So this 1 by n will replaced by dx. Okay, so this is sigma will be replaced by integration 0 to 1, and this is sine. Can you see sine will be, so this is n, sorry, r, so this is only r. Okay, sine pi, r pi, yes, r by n will be what? Pi by, so this is x by 2. Where is pi? Oh, sorry, eraser. So this is r pi upon 2n. right? So r by n will be replaced by what? R by n will be replaced by x. So x pi by 2, right? And this is pi by 2. Let's integrate the sign. So this is going to be cos of x pi by 2 whole upon pi by 2. Pi by 2 is getting cancelled out, and this is 0 to 1. Now put the value. The moment we put 1, what do I get? Minus cos pi by 2. And the moment we put 0, what do I get is 0. So basically 0 minus 1. So this is going to be 1 as the right answer. 1, 1, 1. Yes. So can you see the moment you put 1, cos pi by 2, that is 0. Minus, you put the lower limit. So what do you get is 0. So minus of minus cos 0, that is going to be 1. So which answer is correct? Option A is absolutely correct. Okay. Option A is absolutely correct. Okay. Option A. Yes. Option. क्या हो रहा है? Why I am not able to write? Yes, finally I am able to write. So which answer is correct? 1 is absolutely correct. Correct, right? So 1 is absolutely correct. Okay, all right. Yes, clear? All right, so that was the last question for the series, for the session, right? And let me just show you. Okay. So I guess, yes. So this is the session which is going on right now. And I want to tell you about the EAPCET or EAPCET, your test series. Okay, if you go to the description box, can you clearly see? If you go here and yes. So EAP test series 2024 is only at 499 rupees, right? And what is there exactly in? So you can clearly see 10 full syllabus tests are already here. Okay. All right. So you can just go ahead and talk and you can just take this test series. You can scan this QR code right away. Right. You can just open your phone and scan this code right away, or what you can do is take screenshot of it and then upload it, and then you can just try it like that also. Okay. And yeah. So 20, you can clearly see that what is there already in this, है ना? So yes, language is in English. Okay, all right. Yes. So please go ahead and buy this if you're serious about your EAPCET examination, because what happens is giving mock is something very, very important. It will enhance your marks, improve your marks, and I always say that give the same mocks at least twice. So we have that mechanism wherein you can attempt the test multiple times as well. Okay. All right. So I guess we are done with today's session, and we'll be bringing more such sessions for this examination. EAPCET, physics, chemistry and mathematics. You will see mathematics, slightly more sessions for mathematics, because you know that mathematics is having higher weightage. Okay. All right. So yes, practice this question, practice all those questions from today's session which you didn't get it. Okay, so do it on your own, and remember again, speed and accuracy is something which you need to work on, and obviously catch hold on the syllabus. After that, give mock test, start giving mock tests. The more mock tests you give, the best will be there, like you will get the good results if you give more mock test, right? And also analyze your mock test. Analyze and re-give your mock test. These things are very, very important, right? Okay, all right. Yes, so I guess 9 p.m. you are having another session for VIT EEE Chemistry, right? So this is me, Namrata, signing off. I'll see you all super soon.